It's time to go!
Yo guys, welcome back to the B344K Southern channel. Obviously you can tell who this video is on today. It's the best of Arsenal fan TV. So I myself am a supporter of two football teams. You may call me plastic, I don't really give a fuck what you say, but I am a fan of Lincoln City Football Club and Liverpool Football Club. Obviously Lincoln City we finished 16th in League One, and then Liverpool obviously going on winning the Premier League up the Reds. But Arsenal Fan TV's always been the YouTube channel for basically just chatting shit. It's just them chatting shit, really. So I thought, let's go down, look at three of their most popular videos. They're not the top three, they are three of their most viewed videos. And let's go watch some of these videos. So obviously we had the most famous, well, probably one of the most famous ones, within Claude and Claude and that. But Claude's been let go, I think, for racist or something like that. I didn't really look into it, but we're going to be, like I said, we're going to be looking into Arsenal Fan TV, looking at the most viewed videos, analysing them videos, and then we're going to do some extra detective work because as nobody ever knows, I am big detective man here. But just to prove that I'm a just to prove that I am a football fan, I will show you some pictures and videos of my Lincoln City stuff and my Liverpool stuff. Yeah, look at that. That's signed. That's got some autographs on it. So, as I am a big football fan and I've made loads of references to football in the past, I thought it'd be only right to go watch Arsenal Fan TV and react to some of their videos. So I'm going to put the first one up for you right now, and this video is Liverpool 4, Arsenal 0. Arsene Wenger is finished, DT angry rant, which is, it's a weird title, but it's got 56k likes, so we're going to be watching this video first, so let's get into that.
DT really disappointing today. Embarrassing. I know it's a word you use a lot sometimes, but I'll back you on today. Today was very, very... I stood up there and I felt embarrassed.
Welcome to how I felt for a long time, and I get moaned at for fucking voicing my opinion.
Right, so Arsenal, I don't get why everybody on AFTV is so angry all the time. Like, yeah, I get it's been a while since you've won a Premier League trophy, and this video was like 3-4 years ago. But you've still been winning FA Cups. The most recent one, the FA Cup against Chelsea, the 2-1 win. You've still got trophies, and I don't get why everybody at Arsenal Fan TV is still constantly angry and that. Yeah, you finished 8th in the league. You should pick your shit up. But Mikel Arteta, he's not been at the club very long. But soon, next season coming up, your form will pick up, and you'll be challenging for top 4 again, I reckon, personally. But I'm going to make a whole league prediction video when we find out who the 4th team that will be promoted and who's going to win the playoffs. I reckon Brentford are going to bottle it again and Fulham will come up. But enough about predictions, let's get back into this video.
When is it acceptable to say this can't continue anymore? And for people to shut the fuck up and actually realise I'm saying it for a reason. Because Arsene Wenger is finished. Finished. It's the 3rd game of the season and I want it to finish already. Are you mad?
The problem with him kicking off about Arsene Wenger is like, Arsene Wenger was in charge and he was probably one of the greatest managers in Premier League history, probably football history. One of the greatest managers, winning, I think it was like 7 FA Cups, 6, it could have been more. But he's won Premier League titles, he's won a lot of the things that Arsenal haven't won since he left. And they're now Arsenal fans like, oh, we want Wenger back. all is forgiven, but for years they were all screaming at him, "We don't want you at our club anymore." And the thing is, Arsene Wenger's last 47 games were considered horrendous. But then in comes Unai Emery, and his last 47 games were worse than Arsene Wenger's. And that was the thing I don't get. They're all kicking off at Arsene Wenger. As soon as he retires, they get a manager that's just shit, and then they're begging for Wenger back. Right, so I'm going to spare the rest of that video because it is literally just DT standing there going, "Fucking hell, Robbie!" And he's just kicking off, saying Arsene Wenger's sabotaging the thing. But remember, this was a 2 year, I think it was like 3-4 years ago, bearing in mind. But he was saying that Arsene Wenger's trying to sabotage. Arsene Wenger, I think he was one of the best managers in English football. Like, obviously not as good as Sir Alex. He wasn't as good as Sir Alex Ferguson, obviously. And as a Liverpool fan, obviously I hate Man United, but you've got to hold your hands up and say Sir Alex Ferguson. He probably was the best manager in English football, but Arsene Wenger is also up there. So kicking off about him. And Arsene Wenger had this, but he had it for years. But now Arsenal Fan TV are just kicking off. They've had loads of I think it's 2 or 3 managers now. And Mikel Arteta's the only one that's got, I think, he's got a trophy. Unai Emery, he got them to the Europa League final where they crashed out 4-1 in the final to Chelsea. And the problem, I'm going to go in depth about that final. That final was a shambles as it was, because with it being played in Baku, Azerbaijan, Henrik Mkhitaryan wasn't allowed to go there. And I know this has all been mentioned like a year ago, but Mkhitaryan wasn't allowed to go there. And hardly any of the fans could get over there. And that whole final was just a shambles. But I'm gonna move on to the next video. I think I've got this one and another one, maybe even another fourth. But we're moving on to the next video, which is Bayern Munich 5, Arsenal 1. Please, Arsene, just go DT explicit rant. And it's nice of them to put the explicit in there, just so the 4-year-olds wouldn't mistake it for a cartoon. And I just think it's funny that they've put explicit in there, bearing in mind Arsenal Fan TV is literally just full of fucks and shits and swearing and all that. I don't see the point in putting it in that in there, but yeah. But I remember Champions League, Bayern Munich versus Arsenal, 10-2 on aggregate. Arsenal crashed out of the Champions League, and embarrassing. Arsenal were embarrassed, and I think it was Wenger's second to last season, and they were embarrassed 5-1 2 times. But I can't speak. Lincoln City were absolutely bumper-clattered 5-0 at the Emirates in the FA Cup quarterfinals. I went to that game. Just got to say, pizza there's very expensive, but crashing out of the Champions League with such a big scoreline, certainly when Arsenal are expecting to be one of the big clubs, I get the squad isn't as good as it used to be. And I know this was a couple of years ago when I've developed from it, but they've still not been in the Champions League and done well. I think that's the past couple of years, I think that's the best that they've done in the Champions League, going out 10-2 to Bayern Munich. But let's just get into this video.
People have been saying to me, Robbie, too much negativity.
But the thing is, that is Arsenal Fan TV though, isn't it? You can't say AFTV has too much negativity. He's fucking Arsenal Fan TV. Let's have a look at his explanation for this then?
Saying to them, all we're doing is reflecting the mood.
Oh yeah, so basically they're just there like, oh yeah, you're chatting shit, Robbie, like, you're making us all seem like we're all cunts and that, yeah, you're making Arsenal look like twats, all the interviews are saying that Arsenal are shit, yeah? Robbie replies, I'm just deflecting all this, I'm just deflecting stuff, you know, I'm deflecting all of this. That is probably one of the shittest excuses I've ever heard, but I mean, we'll go with it. I mean, at the end of the day, I love watching Arsenal fan TV. It's just funny. I just love seeing the reactions, and that is just amazing. Right, so I'm going to spare you from the rest of this one, but he's basically on about him not being able to compete with Leicester, let alone Bayern Munich, so that's why they moved to the Emirates. I thought that they moved to the Emirates just for a bigger stadium, but he's just complaining. He's calling Arsene Wenger a fraud yet again. I think he's up there with the greatest managers in English football. Obviously, nowhere near Alex Ferguson, but he's up there, and he's won the most FA Cups. He's won Premier League titles, which hasn't happened in a while. And since Wenger left, they were kicking off about finishing 5th. But since Wenger left, they've come nowhere closer to a Premier League title. So we're going to move on to the third video for today, and that is Arsenal 1, Chelsea 4. There are too many weak-minded bottle jobs at our club, DT. So this was after the Europa League final, where they absolutely got battered by Chelsea 4-1, and I think personally it was a step up from the Champions League final. I know Liverpool, we were in that game, but you've got to admit, Spurs versus Liverpool Champions League final, it was boring. It wasn't a very good game. 2nd minute goal and an 86th minute goal. Nothing else happened between the rest of that time, and that's what made it boring. But Arsenal v Chelsea, full of goals, 4-1 win for Chelsea, securing them Champions League football, even if they did bottle the season and get into Europa League, which they finished 4th in the league. And Leicester just missed out, which sucks. It does suck for Leicester for being in 3rd for most of the season and slipping at the end. I don't want to bring back any. Don't remind me. It's reminded me of Steven Gerrard, and I don't want to speak about that. But anyway, we're gonna analyse the clip of them reacting to them being battered 4-1 at Chelsea against Chelsea, which is obviously one of the worst Europa League finals. It wasn't in terms of the match, but like I said earlier, Henrik Mkhitaryan not being able to get over there, because there was political tensions at the time between Azerbaijan and Armenia. But we're just going to get into that video.
That we come in and put in a performance, we never turned up in that cup final, did we?
No fight, no passion, no bottle. Half of that team need to fuck off.
Some strong words there from DT. Half our team need to go fuck off. I mean, it was a horrendous loss. 4-1. To be honest, looking at it, Arsenal didn't have a chance. I mean, it was Eden Hazard's last game for the club before he moved to Real Madrid, and I reckon Eden Hazard right now is wishing he's still in Chelsea, playing for Chelsea, because he's 1 goal all season for Real Madrid. He did win the league. He's got a league winners medal now though, which is he's got 2 Premier League winners medals, I think, maybe even more. But going from scoring like 10, 15 goals a season to scoring 1, I think is definitely a step down. But we're not here to speak about Eden Hazard. we're gonna watch the rest of this AFTV video, or I might spare you the rest. I'm not sure. You'll have to wait and see.
I've kept it in for so long this season. I've been positive throughout. The last 6 weeks, you've got to question everybody at the club. Players, manager, all of them.
I mean, DT's right there. I mean, like, when you lose in the Europa League final, especially when not many fans have come out, and it's a difficult situation to be in. You've got to lift your head up and try to get on with it. And yeah, they definitely should be questioned they would have been questioned, and they should, rightly so, being questioned for such a big loss. I mean, 4-1, I know I keep mentioning it but it is a huge gap to lose by in terms of a cup final. I mean, it could have been worse for Arsenal fans. You've got to look at it that way. It could have been worse for them. But at the end of the day, they still lost, and it was their one chance to get themselves Champions League football, and they cocked it up. And with that, it's just, they shouldn't be in a situation where their only hope is to get into the Champions League, is to win the Europa League. I guess it's an extra trophy at the end of the day, but really they should be contesting for that top 4. But recently they've always been, especially since Wenger left, they were trying to get into that top 4. They didn't quite do it some seasons. But since Wenger left, Unai Emery and Mikel Arteta haven't been a top 4 side. They haven't played like they are a side that deserves top 4. And this season, I guess it's Mikel Arteta's first season at the club, but 10th throughout most of the season, and managing to finish 8th. And yeah, fair play on you still getting into Europe. You're going to the Europa League, and you've got to give them a round of applause for winning the FA Cup, because it's the first trophy they've had in a couple of years. And I guess, like, Mikel Arteta next season, I reckon he will be the coach to drive them to get into the Champions League and get top 4 in that, because he's an alright, when you think about it, Mikel Arteta is he has potential to be a decent manager. He was a good player, and he's won the FA Cup as a player and manager for Arsenal. But I reckon he'll be contesting for top 4 next season. Right, so I'm going to spare you the rest of that video, and I'm going to go into a few announcements now. So obviously, I didn't introduce this video with like 4 days in a row, because I'm currently recording this video the same day that I got banned from Pokemon's Discord. That video went up. It's doing quite well at the moment. 2 likes, 8 views in a couple of hours, which is quite good. Normally I'll get a few views over a couple of days, and I wouldn't really get any likes. But this is definitely getting a step up from there, so I want to thank everybody that's currently supporting that video. But this video will be going up, I'm recording it the same day, like I said, but it will be coming out, it'll be out, so it's going to be out Monday the 4th of August, I'm recording it on the 3rd of August, that's what I'm trying to say. But anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Also, a few other things. If you were listening carefully, you could have heard a background song that was playing for the first 3-4 minutes in this video. That did stop, but I hope that the link to that song will be in the description. I'm thinking about getting that song and putting it on in all my videos. as like background music, so you're not just listening to me chat shit, and you actually get, when I stop speaking and have like a little break like that, you get to, because all my videos are unscripted, I just go in there, react to these videos and analyse them totally unscripted. So when I like take a second to think about it, you'll get to hear some music and just, instead of just being sat there in silence. But anyway, hope you guys did enjoy this video. Please leave a like, go down, subscribe, turn on post notifications. I am aiming for 20 subs. Yeah, I think we're a sub or 2 away from that, so go hit that subscribe button. That'll be great. All my links to my Twitter, my Instagram, my Discord, my Twitch. I've not done some streaming on Twitch for a while, but just go follow me on Twitch. So if you want to ask me a few questions while I'm streaming, I'm more than happy to answer them. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Peace. Also, don't know how I forgot to mention this, but there's 2 more things. I was supposed to mention these in the announcements, but I cocked that up totally unscripted, like I said. But so, number 1, Troops. I forgot to mention that AFTV Troops is actually he's on FIFA 20. I think it's Volta. Just imagine you being there playing like the cup final, and you've got Troops there shouting in your ear. But I don't really play Volta, to be honest. Also, second thing, don't send them any hate. If you are thinking of doing that, don't do that. Instead, go show them some love and support. The channel link will be in the description. Go support your boys over at AFTV. But this is the end of the video now. Peace.
She used to meet me on the east side in the city with the sun on set. And every day, you know that we ride through the back.